to be or not to be.
When last we left everybody, you were all under the attack of a great sea beast that was besetting upon your ship, the Urchin. Vlas had just been knocked out cold and brought back from the brink of death by the cleric Selena. And thanks to the cunning efforts of your fighter and one business consultant who happened to be near the ballista, you were able to pierce this creature with a ballista bolt and fashion it to the ship's anchor and throw the anchor overboard. But at that same time, the ship was soaked by a tidal wave, knocking everybody potentially into this stormy sea. Now, I am going to, and this is also important, if our characters or myself need to speak out of game, we take what's called a dramatic pause. As Maurice LaMarche made it popular with Calculon, I am taking a dramatic pause now as I realize I can't hear the music, which means my speaker is probably set too low.
It might be even off.
It was off.
Yeah, jukebox.
All right. Yeah, not my favorite feature, but I see why they do it. I just swear
free.
sometimes there's two buttons for
So if you want us to stop using this cheap, crappy software, please donate to wherever you can that has to do with our channel. I'm going to leave that to the Dungeon Master.
Donate to the Red Cross?
The Red Cross isn't going to get us new equipment, Kayla.
Donate to the Red Cross and feel good about yourself.
I still don't quite see how that benefits us, but all right. And anyway,
it benefits us because we're promoting goodwill and charity.
I couldn't even donate my blood anyway. No one would want it.
Oh, well, give them your money. They probably want the money.
Nah, I definitely need the money. I like eating and paying my rent and internet.
all
But
right.
if they want diabetic blood, they can have it.
Dramatic resume. So,
Did we ever pause?
yes, we did.
Okay.
All right. So,
All right.
everybody except for Phelan, make an athletics save, or roll your athletics check as a great wave washes over the bow, bringing everybody potentially off of the ship.
Whoa.
Mac, more determined than ever, grips his claws into the floor of the ship as the wave breaks off of his back and rolls right over him. Lixander, you dash around frantically knowing that there is no way you can hold on, and suddenly the wave catches you and sweeps you over. Vlas the ass, you grip onto the... standing near the cannons, you simply grab on to the rope that fastens the wheels in place, and you remain ashore. You remain upon the boat. Lixander, as the wave threatens to carry you into the drink, you make a reflex save to see if, in that last moment, you can grab on for dear life before sinking down into the hungry ocean below.
Dramatic pause. My reflex save. Is that another athletics or is that acrobatics?
No, sorry, that is on the main page. On the right-hand side, you will see
There it
Fortitude,
is.
Reflex, and Will. Double-click on the Reflex plus 11.
There it is.
Lixander,
Dramatic resume.
The Force is not with you today. The ocean simply sweeps you up and plunges you into the drink. You see the lights fade. The ship lights go to darkness as you are plunged beneath the briny foam and into the chill of the deep. As the wave carries over, you all look around to see many of your comrades are knocked over.
Nathan Fielder, no!
A few of the bosuns and the cannoneers have also washed away, leaving you all at a bit of a disadvantage as the Sea Drake howls. Phelan, from below deck, you awaken, shaken by nightmares, fueled by whatever poisonous substance might have been in Mac's rat stew that he told you insisted was not rat.
It was a rat.
I was very open about it being a rat.
But, Phelan, I will get you to roll an initiative as we determine how quickly you can respond to these shrieks of horror and shouts of anguish that you hear emanating from above the deck. All right. And so with that, we return to Mac. The wave washes over you and the boat rights itself. The creature stands only 15 feet before you in front of the sails, the bosuns laying at its feet around it. You see, somehow, in the heat of what had just happened, Eridan is now face down and unconscious near the Sea Drake. What do you do?
Well, I'm dying. I need to figure this shit out quick. I'm gonna use my friendship doggies, and they're gonna charge at the Drake and not do very well.
Yes, friendship dog.
So, Mac, your friendship doggies, describe what happens.
So a bunch of like feral, foaming at the mouth Pomeranians just like spring forth in a gray mist and then just like bite at the Sea Drake, and they kind of like one of them gets their teeth around them and does a little bit because I think that's half damage. But there we go.
Wait.
Little Pomeranian nip, and then they just go.
What did I just what?
Friendship doggies!
Can you bring them back so I can pet them?
Only if you want to get bitten by them really bad, because they don't really differentiate friends or not.
Mac, you see your Pomeranians burst upon the Sea Drake in a mist. It does not seem as though the Sea Drake is particularly bothered by it. What do you do?
I mean, yeah, they're Pomeranians. I'm trying to remember how my little puppet friend works. I think I can do this. I also want to run it. Who's down?
Eridan.
Eridan is down, but Eridan is down due to plot reasons, so don't bother bringing him back up. Vlas is.
Okay.
You look around, you see Vlas injured. A couple of the bosuns and a couple of the cannoneers are face down. And you notice, give me a perception check as you scan the deck.
Alright, this window's too tiny, I can't navigate it. Where is it? There it is. Yeah.
You notice that someone is missing. You're not sure who. There seems to be... The people who are standing up are now inverted. Some of the people who are inverted, there is less than you remember. Someone is missing, though. Who is it?
I also rolled that incorrectly. Nathan Fielder's gone! He's down! I need him to help me start up my rat soup business. He said he was gonna help me.
Really? Is this the time?
Yeah.
We have a man overboard. There's 2 Pomeranians on my ship, and you're worried about rats of all things.
They're both technically my fault, in a way.
In a way.
In a divine sense.
So, Matt.
Whatever floats your boat. Oh God.
Well, hold on. I still have a little bit I can do. Hold on. I don't know how to mark this. Yes. Oh well. I just had to pull up another sheet because he's gonna. I just gotta double check a spell thing. There. So I'm also gonna use light with Enches here. Who's here? He's here. I'm gonna use light on just like a little piece of broken wood and toss it into the water, and it's like swim towards the light, but away from the other light.
Very well.
Anybody else want to get drunk and die with me?
So, Mac, you grab the first bit of debris you can find and illuminate it with a warm and enticing glow, and you throw it into the drink, hoping that whoever it is that used to be on the boat, who is no longer on the boat, can find their way back to the boat. Or at least to the surface.
Okay, now I'm done.
And dramatic pause. Did this include Niche's work?
The light was his.
Yeah, okay, that's
That
what
was
I
one of
thought.
his spells. Yeah.
Just to be safe. All right, dramatic
I
resume.
think I'm allowed 4 when it's one of them is also partially his, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think. I still need to watch that video.
Mm-hmm. So, the Sea Drake suddenly feels itself being tugged back as the anchor attempts to pull it off of the ship. It falls backward as the anchor and the tow rope threaten to bring it overboard. And the Sea Drake is pulled back against the side of the ship. It can no longer reach anybody with its jaws. It can no longer reach anybody with its tail. And it is going to simply howl and fight against the weight of the anchor. The anchor used to hold a gargantuan ship in place. It now, you see the Sea Drake gets its footing back as its claws rip in to the front of the ship. It seems hungry and determined. Vlast the ass.
Me too, buddy.
You feel, thanks to Selena's touch, you feel life flow back into you, and you are brought back from that foggy realm of twilight where for a moment you thought you saw once again your father and smelt your mother's home-cooked meals that you enjoyed when you were a kid before your life went to shit.
Okay, let's see. You took a bite out of me. This is my favorite cloak. Where's the barrel? Where? Ah, here we go. And that would be dramatic pause. That's strength check, right?
Mm-hmm. You are throwing a barrel. You are, who are you targeting with this barrel? The Sea Drake?
Yeah.
Alright, so the closest thing to you is a barrel of black powder. Highly explosive. And so to throw it at the Sea Drake, you are 45 feet away. So it's going to require one hell of a throw. You would, taking a look at that, you know you'd want to grab the barrel and get a lot closer. But then it would be a ranged attack. Or it would be... let me just quickly bring up your character sheet. This is
you were to
attacking
get-
with an improvised weapon, so you would essentially roll your... I think I have it here. You'd roll like you were doing with your dagger, and then I would apply the improvised weapon modifier.
Does the barrel have a blast radius?
Not unless it's lit on fire.
Can I put
Right.
something on it to light it on fire?
You could probably get our archer to shoot an arrow at it.
Yeah, you would have to...
Barbecue.
Be on fire.
Your
right?
inventory, you've got a torch in your inventory, you've got flint and steel in your inventory, but you know that you don't want to be close to a full powder keg when it's about to go off.
That sounds like fun. I mean, you know.
All right.
You don't have a good history with barrels.
This is redemption.
So, in order to do this, you might want to throw the powder keg to the at the monster first, and then throw the torch at it, or try to throw the torch in, throw the whole barrel, and pray to God. But either way, you know that throwing a barrel 45 feet is going to require, like, Herculean strength, or you got to get closer.
All right, well, I'll choose to get closer, so I guess I'll just roll it closer.
Alrighty. So, Vlas, you give me a strength, or give me an athletics check as you, and I'm assuming we've resumed now? Dramatic resume?
Yes, I pause in, yes.
Alrighty. A barrel of black powder is not terribly heavy in the hands of a half-orc. But it is still a test of your athletics to see how well you can move. So you can move up to half of your speed carrying...
Okay. All right.
Or, actually, I would say you can move the full 25 feet. With that check.
Wow.
So, Vlas, you get... You're able to run carrying this barrel. You can see this sea drake snaps its maw at you. You can see its briny saliva dripping from its fangs. Your buddy Eridan lays nearby at your feet.
Eridan? Oh, come on. If anybody's going to do that to him, it's going to be me. And I don't like you. Okay, let's see here. All right, now I'm going to pick it up and throw it at your face. And I'm going to enjoy every bit of this. You know, that wound really hurts. Try to lick this.
Alright, so Vlas, I am going to give you the modifier of improvised weapon.
Okay, so that plus 10, right? Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Alright. So, you throw it. The sea drake simply thrashes with its neck, deflecting the barrel. The barrel, however... Whoops. Sorry, it still had improvised weapon on, but that was a 4. So... The barrel lands between you and it. I'm gonna just put a circle on the map. That is where the barrel is now.
Did it bust?
Yeah. The barrel, it did not explode, but the cap has come off and the black powder is filling that square.
Okay. Think.
Last you know, you have precious moments left to figure out what next to do?
Okay, I'm just gonna I'll just throw my torch at it just to, I guess, as a diversion, so someone can try and get something else done.
All right, so give me throwing the torch as a diversion. Dramatic pause. I'm gonna quickly. I think that would be more of a demoralize action. So please give me.
I'm gonna throw it at the powder keg.
Oh, you're gonna throw the torch at the powder keg.
Yeah.
We'll
All
set
right.
a whole boat on fire.
Yeah, that's my job. Stay out of it.
All right, Vlas. So you throw the torch at the powder keg. Give me a ranged attack roll.
Okay. Let's see here. That would be.
Oh yes, and dramatic resume. So under actions, the dagger has a couple arrows next to it. It's really the same, but that's just the ranged version. And you're gonna again do -2 for the improvised weapon.
Oh, okay. So here, -2, and then again.
Oh, sorry. It said you were targeting the sea drake, but yeah, that is. You hurl the torch into the black powder. And I'm going to leave you there for a moment. Phelan, you get yourself out of bed. You hear a hell of a commotion coming from upstairs. What do you do?
Well, I guess I better go help out up there.
All right. So, Phelan, you spend your turn coming up from bed, and it is going to take you this round to... Or... Actually, no, you get... Sorry, you'd come up and you still have one action. You get up, you poke your head above deck, and you see the scene. The ship is rocking back and forth violently in the storm. There's rain pounding the deck, and you see Eridan is face down. There's some sea monster clinging to the edge of the bow. Lightning lights up the sky. The bosuns, the cannoneers, the crew members are all out shouting. Alexander is nowhere to be seen. Phelan, what do you do?
What the hell is going on out here?
Oh, thank you for waking up. As you can see, everything's turned to shit.
We're fighting a sea monster.
Oh, all right.
Everything happened so fast. Is there any way you could help? Any way at all? I could barely keep this ship on the same track.
You want more rat for breakfast?
No, I don't
no,
want
please,
more rats.
no more rats. I mean, unless you want to feed the sea monster some rat. Give him
I
a
tried.
stomach
He didn't
ache.
want any.
Oh, well,
He was a lot more aggressive about it too.
all right. Let me see what I can do. Can I still climb up into the crow's nest?
You are...
Am I farther away from it? Oh, okay.
You are too far away from the crow's nest at the moment, but you can... unfortunately, you only have one action left out of your 3 actions.
Yeah.
So, you can either
Okay.
make a movement and try to get yourself into a better position for next round, or you can take one shot at this monster. What would you like to do?
Guess I'll see if I can try and put a dent in this monster. I'm gonna take out my bow. And...
You also notice that between Vlas and the monster, there is a powder keg with a torch in it.
Oh. What's the deal with the barrel? Do you want me to shoot it?
If you want to, I think the explosion might be enough to knock his ass back into the water.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot, but if our boat blows up, then it's all your fault and not mine.
And not mine.
I mean, if we don't do something, we're gonna be dead anyways. So I mean, you know.
Very true.
Phelan, you know that
sorry,
it will...
dramatic pause. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's all good.
How do I do anything again?
Lighting your arrow will take one more action than you have currently. Because you'd have to, reach into your satchel and just kind of strip the stuff from your torch, light it on an arrow, and fire it in. Though, just so you know, Vlas has kind of activated it. It's just open black powder in the rain. So the torch is going to take till the end of the round to start something. Just giving you a little bit of what's to come in the future.
Can I still shoot the monster?
Absolutely, you can.
All right, but I forget how to do that. Where's my
No worries.
combat option?
So, under you open up your character sheet. You're going to go down to the bottom tab, and you are going to double click on the +10 for your longbow.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, and unfortunately, your arrow pings off of its scales as it continues thrashing about. Alexander, you are in the ocean. Give me an athletics check as you struggle to make it to the tumultuous surface. Alexander, you are able to make it to the surface, but swimming is very difficult. The sea is storming, and the boat seems to be getting further and further out of reach. Make another athletics check to see if you can get to the boat.
Does he have any kind of bonus because of my bright and glowing wood?
Good point, actually. He would have, but he made the DC save to get to the surface. So, essentially, that lowered the DC save he had to make to 10, and he got a 12. All right, Alexander, you
Field, I can grab onto my list.
You're able to get to the boat. Now, unfortunately, your last turn has to be used to give me an athletics, or you can use acrobatics if you prefer to deftly climb your way up. All right. And with that, the boat rocks, falling deep into the bows and then tilting far up on the crests. So, well, you know it's going to be exhausting for your strength to pull yourself up. You simply wait until the boat tilts down, you grab hold, and as it tilts up, you throw yourself up back onto the deck. Alexander, you are no longer in the ocean. You have saved that. Now, Skip, you do your best to hold the ship to a steady course as the waves rock. Oh, Skip. You finally find a rhythm through the waves. And as the boat dips, turns, and churns in the storm, you remember your childhood, growing up at sea. You remember, as much as you hated your taskmaster father, he was a good sailor, and you grit your teeth. You dig your feet into the deck. You feel your feet become one with your ship, and you hold the helm firm, and the ship is finally cutting through the waves, no longer rocking and throwing everybody astray.
Come on. Keep it together.
Mac,
It's not me.
No. Suddenly, Selena charges over to you. Little one, close your eyes. Don't
Okay.
worry. And Selena begins mumbling something. And suddenly you feel better.
Yay. I mean, I'm invincible, so you didn't gotta do that, but thank you.
Oops, I accidentally healed niches.
That's okay. He appreciates it too.
Alrighty, so... Mac, I'm gonna manually adjust your hit points there.
Good, because I can't see.
There you go. Alright, as Selena heals you. Mac, you feel the positive energy flowing through you. Your wounds close. You feel like you could live forever. You feel invincible. Mac, what do you do?
Can I open my eyes yet?
You can open your eyes.
Yeah, okay. Watch this. I'm gonna point to the sea drake. And I'm gonna look at him with inches here. And I'm gonna reopen the window that closed a second ago. And I'm gonna go, "Hey, it's nice to meet you." And do this.
We're going to die. We're all
The sea
going to
drake
die.
howls as... Mac, only you can describe what bizarre sorcery is happening here.
Just a little blue light just kind of like pews at him like a little Star Wars blaster, and then it just like covers him in ice. The effect of which is pretty decent, considering it was a cantrip. That was not a critical success. Oh well. And then, I had some idea. I don't remember it. Oh, that's right. I'm just gonna walk a little bit closer. Just like to the stairs, just so I can get a little vantage point. Yeah, like right there. And then I'm gonna go. Pew! That's the wrong thing. That was the bolt, not the crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a plus 10. If you want to just add that instead of -1.
Sure, you hit.
Yay!
Roll your damage.
Yay!
But
I'm
Phelan, Phelan, you feel a tad, just a titch of anger as your beautiful woodland bow with arrows that sing through the wind. Your arrow bounced off of its scales, while Mac, with his ruddy crossbow, a bolt managed to pierce this dragon's hide, and it howled.
Cobalt ingenuity rules!
Mac, is there anything else left you can do in your turn?
Nah, that was it.
All right. So, the sea drake, fighting to see whether or not it will be pulled over the edge, pulls back, and it manages. It pushes through the debris, standing right on the powder keg, and it targets. Targets Mac. It targets Vlas. And in a frenzy, it makes its jaw attack against Vlas. Vlas, this thing lunges in and attempts to bite you. Vlas, all that healing energy that you just got from Selena, you now feel it leaving your body. Mac, the tail swings around, seeing if it can trip you.
Again.
Whoa.
Down I go!
Mac, you flip up into the air, seeing stars. You have no consciousness. when you land.
I'm invincible.
Vlas, you see a spark from the powder keg. The torch has lit the powder, despite the rain, despite the water. It's about to go off, and you are in range. What do you do?
I'm gonna go, well, since I'm just gonna go ahead and grab Mac and his a little puppet guy and just let both of us fall off the ledge and let the blast go past and over us.
All right, Vlas, give me give me an athletics check as you quickly go to grab Mac.
No, really?
Invincible.
This could get dangerous.
God.
Vlas, you go to pick him up, but he just... The
Too
slippery
much for
scales of the kobold. He falls out of your hand. The powder keg is gonna blow you both over. Vlas, do you want... You've got 2 actions left. Do you want to try to grab him again? You may
No,
not be able to...
I'm just gonna kick him over.
All right. That'll... That's another athletics check, if you please. There we go. Okay. It's not that hard to kick a kobold. So, Mac, you get kicked 1 square over. Nitches, being a hand puppet, comes with you. And Vlas, with the remainder of your movement, where do you hunker down?
I just go ahead and hop over the ledge and put myself up against the wall.
All right. So, Vlas, you take cover as the powder keg... Oh, God. The powder keg goes off. There is a frantic squeal from the sea drake as this cacophony of fireworks blows the sea drake sky high. The sea drake takes an unreasonable amount of damage as sea drake arms, fangs, and legs begin flying this way and that. And Vlas, as you cheer, Skip, your jaw drops. You fall to your knees in horror as the powder keg takes with it the entire mast, the sail, the ballista, and fire rains down across your beloved ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah!
Are you kidding me?
Hey, you don't come on this ship, mother. Yeah, yes, yes.
Now this is a feast.
And with that, the sea drake is no more, and we will cut to intermission.
Oh, boy.
Yo. How the fuck are we gonna land this ship?
Yeah, now that we're missing a sail. Thanks.
Not just the sail, the whole front end of the damn ship is just about fucked up, man.
Is that
The rest of it's
bow?
still there. It's just the top
No,
floor
like-
is just gone. Like, we're fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all
You've
good.
the hull and the bow of the hull is intact, but you have the lower deck. The lower deck has a very ample skylight, we'll say.
Yo, some wind is gonna blow, and it's all just gonna fall to pieces.
Man, I already know Eridan's gonna sit there and look at that, and he's gonna wonder how I do such great things. And there's gonna be one that will sit there and say, "Ha! I did it. You didn't." Yeah.
What will you do with a
Welcome to Intermission, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are enjoying episode 7 of The Actor's Dungeon. We had quite a bit of fun with this episode, as you can probably tell. Really, as a GM, really took me took me on a trip there, blowing up the ship and whatnot. But, well, it all worked out in the end. Or did it? We'll see. But I would now like to ask you to please like and subscribe to our channel, because every subscriber and every thumbs up that we get really does help support our show, and it really makes a difference to us as artists. Because without an audience, we would just be performing for a brick wall or an empty screen. But I know your affections are not won freely, and so to my DC 10 charisma check. Ready? Here we go. One flat DC 10 charisma check. Gee, I'd all really appreciate if you could, Look, I'm sorry I'm not entertaining enough, alright? I'm sorry. And with that, we return to the second act. What will happen at Lido's Island? Also, they have a fire to put out before we get to the island. Enjoy! Sarah, give us your thoughts so far. If anybody's, I know you were saying you don't have any scores written down yet, saving that for the final act, but what have been your favorite parts so far? How confused are you on a scale of what the hell is going on here to like, yeah, okay. How do you feel as our performance judge?
Everybody's doing a great job, but I've never had anything to do with D&D, so, yeah.
Great review.
So perfect score. So
I
perfect
also
score.
don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah, I like that Kayla said she didn't know what was going on, because I felt I wasn't the only one. So thank you, Kayla.
Kindred spirit.
Yeah.
I
Sarah's
like Ryan's thing
relatable.
about the dog, and I like when Kurt threw the heavy thing. That was kind of dramatic, but Vlas. But yeah.
So I didn't notice it till later, but I saw Alexander
It's kind of like
actually
watching a foreign movie without the subtitles.
It's actually a good way to put it. It's like watching a foreign movie without subtitles, trying to get
In a
what's
language
going
you
on.
don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's all good. Well, I appreciate you checking us out, and you're welcome to come back anytime, and I'm happy to give you a
You
crash
want me to
course.
stay for the second half and see if I can
Yes,
get a
please.
grasp on it? Would you like that?
Yes, please. Very much so. Now, Tony, who's your top scorer thus far? What are your thoughts? How's everybody doing?
Well, Alexander's in the lead because when his character was in the water, my dude was swimming, and I was taking a drink of my milk, and I looked and I saw him swimming, and it almost came out my nose. So that's definitely a top score right there. But I kind of like Sarah, I'm not really taking down numbers because I don't look at it as a score kind of thing like that. It's a group endeavor, right? So I'm looking at it on the whole, and I'm more looking at trying to help you guys out with the game itself. With that being said, one thing about mechanics I want to say: if it's not a thrown weapon, it's athletics to throw, not just a straight strength check.
Shit. Okay.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only thing I saw about the mechanics. Everything else looked kind of really nice. And again, I don't know what house rules you have in play. One piece of advice I'd like to offer, because this is something that newer players to second edition probably aren't familiar with, is stacking of debuffs, which is a really, really nice way to lower your enemy's ACs and their bonuses to hit back. And it can be simply done in a lot of ways with an intimidation check. But bear in mind that generally things of the same type don't stack. So if two guys both try an intimidation check, you're not going to be able to stack them up. But getting them demoralized, one, that's a -1 on their attack rolls and their ACE and pretty much everything else.
I didn't know demoralize was a thing.
Yeah, straight up with intimidation checks. Skills can be really handy. Athletics is a big thing in combat. You can use it to grab people and basically make them flat-footed, so your teammates can get easier hits on them. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Aridin, that's his name. Who's currently having a plot nap.
Oh yes.
He's your fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So without your fighter here, him being up in the front, I guess you guys had to do a bit of extra improvising. One question I have though, to Mac, I do believe, niches. Is that your Eidolon?
Yeah.
Okay. That now I understand completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about where I'm at right now. Everything is really good. But just remember, because like, especially with that 3 attack economy, that last action taking the -10. If it's not an attack action, it doesn't take the -10.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you want to use your demoralizes and your movements and your stuff like that.
Yeah. And a movement too can be like hunkering down behind some form of cover. Like you can, like Phelan, you were talking about, even if you're not in the crow's nest, you can simply like hide behind the mast and get that way you've got partial cover, and then peek around the mast and fire. But
good thinking there. High ground advantage is a thing.
Yeah. No, having the archer in the crow's nest is also really good. But
well, can't do that now.
yeah, the crow's nest. Yeah, we're at one crow's nest.
I do have a quick question though. I don't see Aridin on the map. Did I blow him away?
No, I wouldn't let you do that. Yeah.
His the body falls charred to your side.
Yeah, I would.
The
Yeah.
bottom
I knew I
of
was
the
forgetting
ocean.
something.
But as
Like-
far as where he was on the map, that man's gone.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, good luck with the blazing inferno on your ship, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Seriously.
Bring
I
out
gotta
the
not die
marshmallows.
And
All right.
sadly, and Skip is about as interesting as a fart in the wind.
Well, Skip's
So let's
an
just-
NPC. You're my DJ, plus you're helping out.
Let's blow up his ship because you know why we don't care about you.
He had it coming.
Damn.
He had
yeah.
it coming.
Oh yeah, Skip, such a bad guy.
Yeah.
All right.
What
so
if the dad was still alive, just like hanging on the front of the boat? I mean, we took care of him suddenly, and we'd never know.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Don't worry about him anymore.
all right.
We'll just say the skylight in the boat is a feature when I try to resell it.
Exactly. It ups the value like a
'cause you're
lot.
definitely
Open
not
air
sailing with us
concept
again.
ship.
Yeah.
You're one to pull out at sea. Well, now you got one.
Do you want a boat that has your slaves in absolute comfort? Well, this is the boat for you.
Nice and breezy. Save money on air
Hey,
conditioning.
you know what? Just turn it, instead of slaves, now you transport plants. Look at you. New business
Anything-
venture.
Anything's better than slaves, my dude.
I mean, the druid would probably like get upset with that.
Oh yeah.
Now you can haul bigger things, taller things. I mean, it's a win-win for you. I love it.
All right.
God damn it.
Are we ready?
All right.
What a
Yeah,
pity.
everybody
I
ready?
don't think we were ever ready.
All right. So Act 2 begins.
Okie dokie.
As the shockwave settles, the rain beats down on the ship deck. The screams of the bosuns and the cannoneers as they rush to and fro, trying to put out a blaze as the guts of a sea drake now are strewn across the bow. Vlas, the ringing in your ears subsides, so you you now hear everything. Phelan, Mac, and Lixandar, you look on to see after the
I don't
flash
see
is
anything. I'm dead. What do you want me to do?
right. Oh right, you're sorry.
I'm
Mac.
unconscious.
This is actually. I need to.
Mac, you would love this if you could see this, man.
Into.
There's a
death
friendship
save, so
fire.
you are dying. You are dying one. Although we're out of battle now, so Selena, the cleric.
There it is.
No, little one, don't leave. I keep targeting niches. I mean to target you. No, little one. The centaur runs up to you. Don't leave us yet. So this will happen in the background, but Phelan, you see the centaur, Selena, grab poor, broken, bleeding Mac and slowly starts glowing. Lixandar, you pull your wet, dripping, soggy self up over the side of the boat, only to suddenly be temporarily blinded by a flash, and now as Vlas dances shouting hell yeah and hallelujah at this raging inferno, you see the forward mast of the ship go toppling over, splintered into 1,000 pieces,
Oh
and
my
fall
God!
into the ocean.
That's probably not good.
We're in the middle of nowhere, and we're down to one sail. Oh God!
Hey, one sail's better than none, pal. We can make this work.
Mac, life suddenly surges back into you. You are terribly wounded, but
I'm
you
invincible.
Came back to see the friendship fireworks.
Yay!
Sorry about the kick, Mac. You all right?
There's a kick?
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Yay, okay.
The bosuns all run back and forth, trying to get their fallen comrades out from the ocean. They throw in the guy wires and the ropes, but there are a couple that are no longer... excuse me. Seem to be face down and are no longer moving.
Ah, crap.
Can't get rid of Nathan Fielder like this, you coward.
They bring them up onto... Nathan Fielder was fine. It's the bosuns and the cannoneers.
Okay, who cares then? Oh. What cannons do we have for them to fire anymore?
So, unfortunately, they bring them up, but it seems Old Man Tim, the cannoneer, half deaf and, well, old. The other sailors cringe as they bring his broken body back up onto the deck. They call Selena over, and she simply cringes and go, "Oh, no, put him back in. He's not coming back." And with that, old Tim is given a burial at sea, and you are down one cannoneer.
Well, we only got half a boat, so we only need half the crew.
Is this still on fire?
Yes, it's still on fire.
Okay, watch this, watch this. You guys yelled at me for doing funny fire stuff on the ship. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll figure out a way to fix it. And I came up with this, and let's see if it works. And I'm just gonna go over to the fiery part and just like keep pointing rays of frost and going, ice to meet you, ice to meet you, ice to meet you. And
All
just hope that the ice puts it out.
Well, considering this is a cantrip, so give me a just give me a flat D20 roll as we check random luck. Fortunately, the ship is soaked.
Lucky number 7.
Despite the ship being soaked from the surf and the rain, that is the heavy rain beating down, these fires are persistent, Mac. And every ice to meet you is simply washed away in the blaze. The
Time
bosun's
to fight fire with fire. Produce flame.
What?
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Oh god.
Maybe you should get better puns, and then you'd have stronger magic.
Listen, this is short. I was just dead. Actually, no, I was invincible. But you
Okay,
get the
dramatic pause. I want to roll for migraine.
That's a fortitude save. Let's
It might affect how.
Wow!
You can
Bit
keep
of a-
listening to me.
Oh. I might have
Skip,
to roll
you
for-
take a deep breath, and you think about the time you were simply locked in a trunk for 2 days and stuffed in the cargo hold, and you think, I survived that, I can survive this.
I
And
can
with your
survive this, yes.
steely resolve, you start barking out orders to the crew of the ship on how to deal with a fire.
Everyone who's still alive, take care of the fire. You, Cobalt, get away from the fire. I
Okay.
swear.
I just like pick up some of the sea drake and nibble on it as I walk away.
Don't you have rats to eat?
I can have varied diets. Do you eat bread all the time? No, I didn't think so.
You don't have bread on a ship. It gets moldy.
Which is why I'm eating what I got.
Why are we
There's no
having
bread,
this
and I kinda want
conversation
that.
when my ship is on fire?
You started it!
So the
Maybe you
bosun,
should roast some of the sea monster over the fire.
the bosons quickly throw one of the large barrels to Vlas and to you, Lixandar. Start getting water right away. Phelan, you see, none of these guys are asking you for any help.
I have working arms as well.
Well, we're out of barrels, so either grab a bucket or find some elf magic or whatever you want to do to make this better.
Okay.
So, Lixandar and Vlas, we will start with you. Vlas, you have been tasked to lower one of the barrels down to fill it with water. So, you and one of the other cannoneers go over to the side. Give me an athletics check, Vlas, as you guys dip this barrel into the water.
Okay, okay.
All right. The ship heaves back and forth, but you are able to fill the barrel and bring it back up. Lixander, another one of the cannoneers, sidles up to you. You're a wee fella, but let's hope you're nice and strong. And again, athletics check, please. Holy hell.
We'll see if it does.
Lixander, you know, this is, it's going to be a waste of time simply to just dip the barrel back and forth. So you quickly fashion a slip knot so that the barrel can very easily, with a little bit of belay strength, can bring the barrel down and up again quite quickly. And so with that, yeah, Nat 20, you've got a permanent quick asset there. And as you two get the barrels back up, the rest of the crew begins filling their buckets from the barrels. Phelan, as everybody seems to be ignoring you, what do you do?
Well, are there any other buckets around?
There are plenty of buckets.
All right, might as well help out. Might as well take my own initiative and do something myself, like I always have to do then.
All right. So Phelan, you grab a bucket, and then the closest water barrel to you is Lixandar.
What's up, girl? Take this. Take this.
You're pretty good at that.
Thanks. I just learned it.
fast learner.
All right, so you grab yourself a bucket and you join the bucket line. Phelan, give me a perception, or give me an intelligence check, please. So for this, from your main page, you're just going to click on your intelligence bonus, which is the +2, and that'll roll a flat intelligence check for you.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Phelan, with the 14, you can see that all the other, the rest of the ship crew are just randomly putting out fires as they come. You can see, though, that the areas where the black powder has spread, you can see that there are still, there's bits of black powder residue. And if you douse those areas, you can stop the fire much quicker.
Okay. Well, then I'll get to the root of the problem and I'll go clean up those.
All right. So with that, we've got 3 assets in play, and we'll do a flat check. All right. So it takes a bit of time, but Phelan, after you point that out, and with the water barrels being replenished, you are, and, you know, with the rain, you are all able to stop the fire from spreading. And you diminish the flames down to the charred remains. There is one hell of a hole in the ship deck. You are missing the front mast, but the ship is no longer burning. Congratulations, everybody. Once again,
Could have been worse.
on the high seas.
Perfect victory.
Yeah.
Flawless.
God, my premiums. My insurance premiums. No.
That picture's inaccurate.
Yeah, we don't have that part of the boat anymore.
We also
Well,
don't
I
have
can
that
only
many people
I can only
anymore.
pay for so much art. I'm sorry. Sorry, I broke character.
Just scribble it out. Just scribble it out.
So,
I would suggest an AI generated artist, but that'd be blasphemy. I do not support that.
Guys, there's no losery front of the ship now. Look at it.
Oh, our ship is fixed. Wow. Thank you so much, Mac. You're so good.
so with that, you all fight the flames long into the night, but everything is the fire is quenched and the seas very slowly begin to calm. And Skip, you can tell that we are coming to the end of this storm. But you are still in for a long voyage, and for that, where you can find safe harbor now is of utmost importance.
Yes,
Because
especially
now-
with only one sail. Thank you.
Now you have to deal with the fact that the ship is incapacitated.
Is that what we're going to call it? My God.
And with your resources, you have to make port. And the closest port to you is Lido's Island. And you know, last time you were there, the ship was still under control of your father, and he was not a welcome guest.
Yes. I can only imagine how they'll be now that they have wimpy old me at the helm. I will think of something.
All right.
Oh, with any
Alright.
luck, they will actually fix the ship and then maybe kill us after.
They'd probably kill us first and then fix our ship and take it for themselves.
Well, trying to be optimistic here. After all, I'm still not happy about my ship. I am saltier than the sea right now.
So, players, as you all oh, sorry, Ryan, what you were saying?
Will a rat make you feel better?
Rat?
It can be a live one if you want a new friend.
No, I just want to be left alone.
Okay. I go back to eating my monster meat.
Yes, please, you do that. Thank you.
Ryan, you go back to eating the remains of the sea drake. Well, Skip...
Excuse you, mister. I'm not eating anything.
Mac, you go back to eating the remains of your sea drake. Skip, you mourn what's happened to your ship, as you do your best to let the tides, or you try to sail by the tides, and you take what wind you can get, and you know that you're navigating simply on a wing and a prayer at this point. And as the rest of the sailors all take turns resting below deck, as it takes you all, what should have been a one-day journey is now stretched into a 3-day journey before you see Lito's Island on the horizon.
Dramatic pause. I hate myself for saying this, for asking this. It is a slave ship. What are the chances that we have oars downstairs so slaves can paddle?
It's a good point. Actually, this is specifically a sailing ship. It doesn't have oars.
All right, perfect.
But I mean, anything in an emergency, you've got the jetties or the lifeboats you can just kind of lower while keeping them tethered, and you can row that way. But
we'll stick with the current canon. When you said slave ship, I thought it was actual slave ship. I was like, ugh.
Mr. Captain.
Yes, right. Yes.
I have an idea.
Are you gonna go out to the boat and kick? You gonna paddle? Are you?
I mean, I can if you want me to, but my idea was when we get there.
Oh, I'd love for you to do that.
I can be an envoy. I can go out in a tiny boat and be like, "Hi, friends."
Do we even have any boats left? Any little dinghies?
I can swim too.
I think I might have an idea.
I'm open to anything right now. Let's hear it.
Well, how about our little buddy over there just gives out one nice big ice to meet you, and then maybe just a lot of us can get up in behind the boat and kind of just maybe push it along the ice.
Okay, I appreciate your assessment of my powers, but I'm not a deity. I can do like a little circle.
Well, it's worth a shot.
You know, the kobold has a point, though. They don't like my father, and therefore, by extension, they don't like me. If we do have anything, a raft or a boat or anything that we can make, maybe we can send an advance team to, let them know we're coming and that the situation is kind of complicated. I actually would promote Alexander for that, and...
Yeah.
Well, but I'm a super charismatic little guy.
He's...
I go together.
I agree.
Alexander, as you position yourself on the bow, keeping your eyes peeled on the island rapidly growing on the horizon, you can see some commotion on the deck. Your ship has been spotted.
Oh,
jeez.
You guys, this isn't good.
I just slap like a fake rat hair mustache on the skin.
Yes, that's helpful. Thank you.
Why did they not like your father?
Have you've met my father? That's a question.
We were here because of him, actually.
Well,
he's a right bastard to everyone. If you thought his treatment of you in the brig was bad. Oh, the locals, they have stories.
I wonder if... Wait a minute. The ship is art. What if we don't use this as... Hang on. I know I'm having big brain thoughts. Hang on a second.
Oh, you're so...
No, it's hard to think when you don't use your brain often.
Yeah, high five.
What if, because the boat's already destroyed, your father isn't here, what if we just say we killed him and took it from him?
Well,
I mean, that's exactly what happened.
It's not really a lie. We did take it from him.
Well, I mean, if they didn't like your father that much...
It might actually be a good thing.
Yeah, we could sit there and say we killed him out at sea. And the reason the boat's halfway destroyed is because it just wound up being one hell of a battle.
That's not a bad idea. If that is the case, if there's any discussing to be had, I still nominate Alexander to do the talking, and our kobold friend, he just do you. And I think our resident archer should keep Alexander safe. Everyone else, let's do all the laborious work, shall we? This could get
Hi-ho! Say the ship crew, as they all go back to their work. And we go back quickly to Alexander. Alexander, what are you hoping... What are you looking for as you try to attach your mind's eye to nature's eye?
trying to see for any bare shore.
Well, you can see the port is definitely the easiest place. There is the possibility of going around the north lip of the island and passing by this port altogether. You can see to the south, the island gets much steeper, and you can already see the cliff sides waxing on the horizon. But it seems to be much more coastline. Coastline meeting the sea along to the north. And while that is closest to the port, perchance there would be a place to set anchor near, slightly offshore, not too far away from the northern point.
Captain Skip.
Hello. Hi.
Perchance, does your father have any spies?
Oh, most definitely. I wouldn't be shocked if he did, to be honest with you. I don't know who they are, to be honest with you. As you can tell, I was never part of that type of conversation. But if I know anything about spies, you don't find them, they will find you. So hopefully we're lucky that they're there for conversation and not for throat slitting.
I suppose let's take a vote. Who would like to land at port, where we could very well be spotted by some spies that are up to no good? Or we can go around the island and try and find some space to dock, and maybe have an easier time in town without our identities being known.
Well, have they spotted us already? I mean, we're getting pretty close. That they might have noticed us already. So sneaking around wouldn't even help us at that point if they've already got sight on us.
The way I see it, honestly, as long as they don't see me, it might work in our favor. But if things go bad, like I said, Alexander, you do the talking, our Cobalt he's basically our resident cannon. So if anyone tries any trouble, well, I'm sure he will make a great mess of everything. And our Archer, well, she's our resident sniper, so we should be safe enough to get away if need be. But whether we go around or we stop in port, I think we're just in the same amount of danger, to be honest with you. I'm fine with either. So, it's up to a vote. As long as they don't see me, I think it will ensure our safety.
That's what the mustache is for.
Well,
Well, can anyone else steer the boat in well enough to maybe get us around so we can go on the other side, hide Skip?
yeah, I can do it. It's no problem.
If anything, I could tie a rope to myself and jump down in the water. All I do is sink.
Well,
I'm heavy enough to kind of guide it a little bit.
if you think you're strong enough to pull and I can actually steer, you'd help the bosuns out quite nicely with that, thank you.
All right.
Hi, I'm Nathan Fielder, and I'm also really, really good at driving boats.
Where the bloody hell were you?
I was formulating a plan to make this small kobold your brand mascot. Now, reactionism is the best way to get clients, so we're gonna have him say some really raunchy shit.
Whoa. Try not to attract attention.
Unfit, comes one of the bosuns. If all you have to do is get a couple rounds out, I can just hide behind it and Isa can go and run with the boom boom, yeah? See then?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, don't worry. Yeah, so, and he points to Alexander, the smiling rock gnome. Hey, just, chuck in the boom boom, yeah?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, listen to him. He knows what he's talking about.
You know what he's saying?
Yeah. So, Fit, correct me if I'm wrong. He's essentially saying, we still need to make repairs on the ship. So it might be most beneficial for us to go ahead and land in the port.
Oh yeah, it's
I think it's a
so
big
it can't
party.
go wrong. It's gonna go wrong. So it go wrong after all. You know.
Right,
It's-
right, right,
yeah.
right, right, right.
And then we're
Of
gonna get the
course.
pit and the booze, and then fix
Right,
the witchy way, and then yeah,
right.
it's
Okay.
all you know.
I got no problem with that. That's odd. I think that's fine too.
Makes sense
Right.
to me.
All right, you have the helm. I'll be downstairs with the rats. Aye, sir.
Oh,
Way too many.
That
All
will
right.
be happening.
So with that, Skip sequesters himself below deck, while the bosuns take the helm and begin steering the ship as it limps into port. As you all come closer, give me your perception checks as you all narrow your eyes against the evening light. The sun is just set on the third day, and a waxing moon is rising. Alexander, you can see there is something of a welcoming party lining the port. Torches are. You can all see the torches, but only Alexander can see the pitchforks and the cannon towers being prepped.
Damn, son. Yeah, we gotta go around.
But despite that, and you now know that if they were to fire on you, you are well within cannon range at this point. So while things are ready, they have not fired on you. And there seems to be somebody on port, a rather authoritative looking figure, holding a flag.
Oh, wait. Maybe not. I think they're trying to figure out who we are.
What's the flag? What does it mean?
One of the bosuns speaks to you, Kayla. Actually, this is, that flag is, if you come under parlay, you are welcome to make port, but, well, you see, we have a pirate flag, and so pirates are, if and or, you never know what you're gonna get with a pirate ship. So they're making it known that they can sink us right now, but obviously they notice we're a two-mast vessel with only one mast. That's a very obvious flaw in our ship, and so they're willing to receive us with that flag.
Okay. So we can make a safe landing.
And so you all slowly, cautiously steer the ship to port. Skip, from below deck, you hear the sound of the ship as it begins scraping the sandy bottom of the scraping the sandy shoals as it approaches port, and the groaning of the wood as it makes contact with the dock. And immediately, a boarding party ropes your vessel and moors it firmly to the dock, and they come on with torches and pitchforks, and a fellow with an eye patch and a couple of missing teeth comes up to you, Phelan, and says, "Who's your captain?"
Oh, that will be me, sir. Yes.
And so looks to him, and you hear them arguing as the rest of this party simply goes. And Vlas, you, given your criminal background, you know what it's like when the authorities are seizing property. They essentially put up a sentinel at every nook and cranny of the ship, and they begin exploring above and below deck. You can tell that the ship is being kindly commandeered.
Could I step in real quick? 'Cause I
Absolutely.
think this is finally my time. My time to do something fun. So I have a little ability here called No Cause for Alarm. And see if as they're starting to board, when they're all still kind of in a clump, I want to just kind of go up and be a welcoming party, like, "Hi, sorry for the rude entrance. I know I should have called first, but welcome to the ship. Is there anything I could get you?" And
All right.
let me see. Will DC of creature... Oh, diplomacy check, and compare it to will DC of creatures in a 10-foot area around me. Technically, it says frightened, but I mean, could we apply it here because they're a bit on edge?
Yep. Works for me. Give me your diplomacy check as you
welcome everybody on board, Mac.
All right.
Oh, goddamn.
Plan.
Hi!
Remember the plan, everyone. Let them know that the evil bastard's dead. And that we killed him.
All right. So,
Just says their DC, if that matters. I don't know if it's contested roll or if they have, like, a stat.
oh, if it's a will defense, they, like, dramatic pause. These are NPCs, so for a lot of them, I'll just do a flat D20 roll against your diplomacy. Otherwise, I just do a concoct a sit DC, but versus 3 checks just kind of, without any bonuses, just kind of seems fair to me.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. No, but fear not, because the more you talk, Mac, the more tensions seem to disperse. And as they bring, you notice they've gone below deck and they bring Skip up, arm in arm. Thank you, Tony. I just didn't have anything statted out for that, so I just figured I'd do 3 random DCs. Sorry, dramatic resume. They, so they come up with Skip, held between their arms, but they don't seem to be hurting him. They're just like, all right, and now they address you, Mac. State your business. What?
So, we kind of got captured as something. I think it was a slave. I don't know. They weren't really clear. They kind of just kicked us a bunch. But then we got out and we went up to the captain. We're like, hey, do you want to be our friend? And he was kind of like, no. But then I made him say yes. And then I put him in the brig. And then he punched his way out of the brig. I don't know where he is now. And then his kid took over because this kid is like, I don't want to be a slave anymore. This kind of sucks. And now we've just been traveling the world. And then a sea drake attacked us and we somehow did this.
Sea drake? So,
yeah, it blew up. Do you want some meat?
So that's... And you can see them kind of cringing as they look at the damage done to your vessel. Like, you mean to tell me that you've taken Gorham's slaving ship? You've taken the urchin?
Yeah. I mean, we're here now, and I'm not...
Hey!
I mean, I still eat the rats because they're good, but, like, I do it willingly now.
They took Gorham's ship! And then suddenly, the whole chorus of investigators began hooting and cheering, and very happily looting the ship.
Oh.
Woo! All right, you've got to come to the town. You've got to meet everybody. We have Gorham has been a scourge of these parts for some time, and Skip, they have now released you. And brushed off your shoulders, muttering quiet apologies. As we were afraid you were here. Like, we could see the state of your vessel. We were very confused, but you fly the flag of piracy, and well, this is Gorham's ship, so we had cause for alarm. But you've done the seas a great service. Please come. We're happy to give you accommodations for your hard work. Thank you very much for bringing this vessel to our port. We will make good use of it.
Of course. You're welcome.
Does that mean we don't have a ship anymore?
Vlas says as you are all gently escorted off the ship, and the city watch continues, dipping below decks, taking every barrel, wheeling the cannons off, taking every little bit of useful part of the ship that they can. And as you guys are brought to the inn, you are given a rundown of Lido's Island. It is evident to see, just as you go walking along this portion from the port, the hill crescendos. There are several cottage-like homes that sit tight together along a rocky slope, facing the ocean, guarded by a modest but fairly well-built port with 2 cannon towers standing as firm sentinels against any invading forces. And as you crescendo over the hill, the ocean breeze yields to a sour odor of farmland and muck. The surrounding lands seem barren, as if the village suddenly stops on an invisible border. And the homes here all have the melancholy look of lifelessness, as you see darkened windows and unrepaired roofs. There is a great gate of wooden poles being put up around the homes nearest to the center of town, but a few poles lay limp, while the ropes that held them flitter in the unripe breeze, begging the question if it was the lumber that ran out, or their spirits to continue building their defenses. And as you are brought inside this gated area, you come to an inn, and not far off from that you see a rather robust-looking house far off on the hill, glistening under the moon and starlight. There is a distressing lack of trees, and Phelan, you feel that strongest, as if every footfall you can feel connecting with the mud, you can feel the yearning of a forest that once was, now lost. And you all come into an inn where you were told you could find respite for the night and food and drink for your troubles. However, you have walked into the inn in the midst of a town hall. It seems there is a bit of a crisis, as they all determine... All you know is that there's something about finding people for a hunting party, and there are raised voices and a lack of order going on as you all make your way and find a seat at the back of this crowded inn.
That leader up there?
Woo! Tight squeeze, huh?
Yeah. I'm kind of.
Could be Wes. We're still alive.
Yeah.
Any of you guys drinking?
Yes,
Oh. Yes.
please.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just asking. I wasn't getting any. I don't drink myself.
After the day I've had, I probably am ready to drown my sorrows, or just drown, literally, in alcohol.
No, that's not drowning's not a pleasant situation. I just tested it out. Not fun.
Neither is being attacked by a sea creature and, I don't know, having your boat set on fire and probably joining it at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, I mean, at least we're here. Safe and sound.
I don't know about the safe part yet.
Yeah.
As Alexander and Skip cautiously consider their options, Phelan, give me a perception check as you survey the crowd and perk up your elven hearing. Oh wow, Phelan, you hear every detail. It seems there is a bit of a kerfuffle going on, as this town hall is being called because of an issue the village is facing with lycanthropes. Deadly creatures that take on other forms under a full moon, and it seems this is why they are trying to build a protective wall around the center of the city, and why the farmlands seem so forlorn.
These people, they're in trouble. And they need help. Maybe if we can help them solve this issue they're having with these shape-shifting creatures, they'd be willing to help us out and maybe either give us a new ship or repair the one we have.
You can hear all that? That's impressive. That's
All right.
impressive. I tell you what, I don't hear anybody talking just yet, so I'm gonna stand up and do what I do best. Hear ye, townspeople! And then I jump up onto like the back of my chair, so I'm
right.
standing in it.
Oh, I want to do like a little tiny produce flame behind them. It's like, whoosh.
Oh wow, okay. So, that's going to bump that up to a 15. All right, Alexander, the bar quiets down. Mugs hit the tabletops, and every head slowly turns toward you.
Oh,
I probably should have planned something. I'm going to take out my flute and begin to play.
Oh wow. And with that, Alexander starts off into a sad but beautiful melody that slowly crescendos up. And suddenly, your table, or people one by one, begin standing up and coming over to your table. Alexander, as you perform.
Take heart, good people of this failing town. We are a group of travelers, and we happen to be doing great deeds along our way. We need a ship, and we understand that you guys are in dire straits. So we're here to help. If you'll send us on our merry way after. Yeah?
All right, and with that, we will close with the improv challenge of the night. And I was very much looking forward to this. So, this one is taken straight from Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's an adaptation of Let's Make a Date, but it is now an interview process. Kurt and Ryan and Kayla and Curtis will all have to come up with a caricature that may be found in this sort of environment, and they have to put Alexander on the spot and interview him for this job. Notice that he is saying he can help their predicament. So, to my cast, knowing that their problem is with lycanthropes, make sure, come up with your interview questions to put Alexander on the spot to see how he can solve your problem. And we will start with IMTA's improv champion of the world, Ryan Geyser.
So, hi, I'm Faith and Nielder. No, I'm not. I just wanted to make that goof. Well, listen, sir, and ma'am, and other sir, and whatever that small thing is. Listen, one of the reasons we're having so much trouble killing these things is because they're dogs. Are you okay killing dogs? Are you a puppy killer, sir?
Actually, that's a cyanthrope. That's a dog.
Well,
Lycans are wolves.
Well, let me answer your question. There comes a time in every young person's life when they have a pet that they find out about mortality. And in a way, this is quite similar. Sometimes a dog can get out of control and no one can handle it. So, what do? You've got two options. You can kill it, or you can listen and see what it needs. And what it needs is freedom. Freedom to be. So maybe you can't share the space. So, we're going to listen first and see what's necessary. Never said anything about killing in the first place.
You're just gonna let them run wild in our town?
I didn't say that either.
Their freedom to be has been freedom to slaughter us, first and foremost.
Yes, which is why you can't share the space.
No.
So,
Are you kicking us off our island?
no, I didn't say that either.
It kind of sounds like you're kicking us off our island.
No, I'm not kicking you off your island. First, we need to listen to the lycanthropes, are they?
No, there's no listening to a lycanthrope. They're about as vicious as, well, a rabid dog. Even though, I said that, cyanthropes are dogs, lycans are wolves.
Right. So, is there no smaller island? Is there no different island that they could live on peacefully?
No, nothing comes to mind. No, not really.
I don't know.
I like moving them.
I think it'd be better if we just moved them to the bottom of the ocean.
Again, we don't know what our options are just yet. We haven't actually heard anything.
All I could hear was the sound of my cousin being ripped apart last week.
No, that was very terrible.
And Kurt, with that, your character steps up and demands answers from Lexandar the gnome.
Okay, so are you telling me that you've actually fought these things before?
So I forget
No.
if I said Kurt or Curtis, but Kurt, feel free to join in with Curtis or butt in.
Yes, I just want to know right now. Please don't tell me you're going to be giving into this fake propaganda. This is fake. It's not real. Okay? As you see in the good book of what we wrote for our religion, these creatures do not exist. I keep telling these people, I am the greatest thing for this state. I'm the greatest thing for this island. I can save us all. This is true. This is true.
Are you doing this again, old man?
It's the truth. There's no lycanthrope creature, dog creature, whatever you want. There's just dogs. It says in our Bible right here, it does not exist.
They're
Okay?
not dogs. If they were dogs, we'd handle them differently. These are wolves. They're rabid. They're
Your cousin
dangerous.
got ripped apart because he is poor and he voted for the other side. That's why it is. He had it coming. All right?
My cousin got ripped apart because these creatures are 7 feet tall with rabid fangs and terrible teeth, and my God, they smell terrible. I mean, like they smell like one of your followers. I swear.
Enough with the fake creatures. My followers smell great. They smell the greatest of any followers. Yes. But my question for you is, how are you going to handle this, Mister? You and your giant, big old friend, who I think is incredibly sexy. You need to come and join me, sir. I need a bodyguard like you. And
yeah, at least we can agree on something. What are you gonna do about this, little man?
yes.
Because if you don't have anything and that's all you got, I'm just gonna say, see you.
Well, I apologize. I think I may have put my foot in my mouth. What I'm saying is, we are here to listen to the problem and find an answer. What I'm not saying is that I have an answer for you. We are here to help you solve your problem, which you have not solved by yourselves, even though you have the greatest leader here among you. So, are you going to accept our help in a trade where we want a ship in trade of our help, where if we fail, we die anyway, so there's no ship to give up. But if we succeed in solving your problem, which I am proposing, the only proposal I'm making, we can get a ship to continue on our merry way.
Kayla, your character steps up now.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm doing okay. My mommy said that I can't play outside because there's wolves out there. But I really like to play outside. I like to go run outside in the grass. I run in the dirt. I run real fast. I go so fast. But now I'm not fast because I can't run outside anymore. And now little Jonathan, he's gonna beat me in the race because now he's running outside. But my mommy says I can't run outside. But Jonathan's mommy doesn't care. My mommy says Jonathan's mommy is an old drunkie and she doesn't care about her kids, so she lets them run outside when there's wolves outside. So I was just wondering if you could maybe get these wolves out so I could start running again and I can win my race and beat little stinky Jonathan so he will stop being mean to me and I'll be the fastest on the island. And how are you gonna do that, sir?
Yeah, her mommy is still kind of blitzed.
Okay. Little Miss Turbo Tongue. Can I call you that?
I don't know what that means.
It means you're really fast. So
I'm so fast. That's what I'm saying. I'm so fast. I beat everybody in the race. But now I'm not so fast because I can't run outside because they're wolves. I can't run. And now I'm gonna be real slow. And I need to get rid of the wolves so I can run be fast again. How you gonna do that?
So I don't know how we're gonna do it. But you do have my promise that we're gonna try the best we can.
Can you run fast?
Kinda. Probably not as fast as you.
No, yeah, I'm real fast. I run real fast all around the island. I think maybe you should try, you challenge the wolves to race, and then whoever runs the slowest has to go bye-bye. And then, you might have to go bye-bye because you might be real slow. But if you need any running tips, I'll help you, okay? Because I run real fast. I know how to run fast. And if we run fast, maybe the wolves will be scared because they're scared of how fast we are. And they say, oh, no, we're not that fast. It's too fast. And if we're too fast, then they go bye-bye. And I need them to go bye-bye because I need to be able to go play outside and I need to be able to run real fast.
If his plan fails, we're all going to have to learn to run real fast.
Well, I run the fastest. I need to be running the faster, but I need to be able to practice outside because Mommy says I can't keep running around in the attic because then Grandpa wakes up. And then Grandpa starts yelling about the war.
My mother is an amazing woman. She lets me grab her in multiple places. I love her so much.
Yeah, that guy sometimes comes into a house late at night and he doesn't bring me any candy. Well, Mommy's other man friend used to bring me candy. This guy doesn't. But maybe that's okay. Huh?
Enough! Comes a cry from.
We're getting a little off topic here. I think we should get back to the subject.
So it seems like we have some random travelers who would be willing to throw themselves. Meredith, would you mind? And Kayla, your mother comes, and that's enough, sweetheart. No need to tell them about Mommy's drinking. And she gently escorts you away, grabbing another martini glass from the waitress as she does. And so, it seems that you all have volunteered to help the island with their problems. And as you all continue with negotiations for the night, you find out quite a bit about the history of the island and who is running the show. But for that, we will come back next time. Not next week, because it's Easter and Passover, so we are going to be taking a break. But we look forward to seeing you next time on the Actor's Dungeon. Goodbye from me. My name is Mike Kosh. I'm your host and Dungeon Master. I wanted to quickly thank our judges again, and we will get to final scores right at the end here. So Sarah, Tony, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. I'm going to open the floor to Curtis. If Curtis Cooper wanted to quickly say anything before we get into final scores of the night.
Well, yeah, thank you for coming, everyone. I'm going to be I'm going to be taking the next week off myself. I need to do some job hunting, so I don't know how long it's gonna stretch. If it stretches to the next week, I apologize, but I figured I'd just tell y'all in advance. I'm poor and hungry, so
aren't we all?
Yeah, so so I'm not abandoning y'all. I need to find work soon.
Kurt Combrink.
Yes, again, thank you all for coming. I might seem a little tired when we come back, just because that morning I will be driving back from Tennessee back here to Missouri, and it's going to be like a 7.5, 8 hour drive back. So I will be here. It's just I might be a little bit more. So yeah.
Ryan.
Just like normal, I guess. Follow me at GuysMister on Twitter, and stuff will just happen there when it happens. I don't know when the stuff I'm working on can be talked about. If ever, we'll find out.
Alexander V. Cantrell.
Yo, what's good? I hope everybody's doing well. You can follow me on Instagram. I don't post. I don't do much of anything on social media these days. But still, you can follow me, I guess, at A Cantrell, AYE. Like, it's actually I. Mike said it correctly one time, but I was like, I've only ever thought of it as A, even though it's spelled like I. Anyway, AYE Cantrell, CANTRELL. I won't see you there, but you'll see me there. So.
And Kayla.
Hi, or goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching. I don't run very fast. So I'm sorry. I'll work on that for next time. But anyway, you could follow me on Twitter at KaylaMBA. I'm gonna try to get back into posting stuff and doing stuff soon, hopefully. Hopefully if I'm not too tired from all my running practice. But yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, now we go to final scores, starting with Sarah. Please tell us your final results. And anything you particularly loved or loathed about our performance today.
Well, Ryan cracked me up a lot with his character, so he gets the high score for Who Made You Laugh, although Kayla was hilarious in the improv. Curtis Cooper, I loved your accent. And Alexander, I thought you were great at staying in character. And let's see, Kurt Lass, I loved your gravelly voice, and I thought your character was very compelling too. So I could assign numbers if you want, but then it would seem more like a test.
Fair enough. I will assign the gold accordingly, because that's how we do payouts, is based on ranking. But
what are payouts?
In game we use gold.
He mails us a check.
Yeah.
He mails us a check.
It may as well be Bitcoin. It may as
You're
well.
rating.
You got to figure out if it's Canadian dollars or US.
Yeah, joke's on you. I'll mail you a check for Canadian dollars. Good luck with that.
Give us the freaking Looney Tunes.
All right. Thank you so
Are
much.
you
Sarah.
doing VOW tomorrow, Mike?
I am doing voiceover workout tomorrow. Will I see you there?
I have so much this week. I had Passover, and we have an election this week, and they grabbed me for 9 hours the day before Passover.
Oh,
My
fun.
town had the town election, so I'm kind of overwhelmed. I miss your VOW.
I miss them too. I haven't done it in like a month. Yes, because we had Oscars in VO Atlanta, and then before that I was in Kentucky.
You were traveling.
Yeah.
You were in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was driven through Kentucky on the way to Atlanta. I'm sorry.
Well, you got to go to Kentucky every time you fly, Ryan.
Yeah, but at least it's basically still Ohio. It's
So hold on,
basically
you've been
The other side of the river, man.
Yeah.
so in,
All right.
in Kentucky, how's
Covington.
the chicken in Kentucky? Is it
Actually, I
Covington.
feel bad we didn't at any point have chicken in Kentucky. We had really
Ugh.
good pizza, though.
that is wasted effort, my
surprised me.
friend? That's
Very
absolute
good pizza
wasted
in
effort.
Kentucky.
Do you have mint
How-
juleps?
How in the world, as a Canadian, how come you are in Kentucky and you never tried the chicken?
I know.
It's
All
a
right.
literal.
Now, sorry, I don't want to keep you guys any longer.
What about
Tony,
mint juleps?
Hellgoat himself. I didn't have mint julep either. We just drank beer the whole time.
Well, they have some nice microbreweries in the Cincinnati area. Craft brew.
Hmm.
And you said you went to the Neon Museum. That's like the coolest place.
Oh yeah, the Sign Museum was awesome.
Have you been there yet, Ryan?
Highly
Oh,
recommend
Mike-
it.
house.
Both Mike and I think it's awesome.
Tony, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Give
the,
us your
infamous
final
Hellgoat.
scores.
I was gonna do my spiel for the Instagrams and stuff.
Do it.
Oh yeah, please do.
Plug.
I am the infamous Hellgoat. You can follow me nowhere because I don't post. You can forget I exist if you want. I'm cool with that.
Fuck
We've
yeah.
been bamboozled.
Yeah.
The second half was, probably role playing, and everybody seemed to be right in their character. As soon as the new crisis was introduced, everyone was kind of already on top of that and wanting to pursue it. So, in the regards of pushing the story along, I think everybody kind of contributed a lot to that. In the end there, I'm gonna have to say that Alexander drew me in a bit more, because jumping up and doing the role, the flute playing and the let's draw the whole and every NPC in the place here over here, give us your attention. That's a bold statement. That's a bold thing to do. And
Not the first time I've done it.
Hats off to you for it. Yeah. I have a character that's a pretty big dude, 6'8", big, and he doesn't even do stuff like that. Yeah, I think if we're gonna go with point scores, we're gonna give, the judges are gonna give pretty much 8s and 9s across the board for everybody, and then maybe an extra little point in the end there for Alexander.
Nice. I must say that the improv was actually a lot of fun. It was good. I've never thought I'd be in a situation where Moist Critical would be arguing with Donald Trump.
I know. Oh God.
Orange Man.
You heard it here first, folks, on the Actor's Dungeon, the only place where this kind of nonsense is going to happen. Again, thank you to our judges. Thank you very much to our cast, and thank you to you, our viewers. If you could give us a like and a subscribe, or even if you hate us, let us know why. We're still building the channel and still looking for your feedback, so let us know what you like, what you didn't like as we continue to grow. We're all actors, and we would not be here without our audience. I need you to feel how dramatic that is. You, our audience. And with that, I will bid you all a very fond farewell. And we will see you, not next week, but the week after, for the Actor's Dungeon. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Oh boy.